Did you know the average UK household spends over £1,500 a year on energy bills, but a big chunk of that comes from inefficient devices quietly draining power in the background? So, by simply switching to more energy efficient devices, you can slash your bills, reduce waste, and enjoy a healthier, happier home environment. Welcome to the Big Daddy's Big Tips podcast, the daily podcast helping everyday people go from feeling stuck to building momentum, confidence, and freedom, one small daily step at a time. This is not a podcast about hacks. It's not a podcast about hustle. It's about the quiet power of habit-driven lifestyle design, where your health, wealth, and happiness are upgraded slowly and sustainably through what you do today, what you do tomorrow, and what you do the day after that. Because it is not the handful of big decisions that shape your life. It's the thousands of tiny ones you make each and every day. What you eat, how you move, what you buy, what you say yes to, who you spend time with, how you react to situations. Ultimately, it's about what I like to call your daily wins versus your daily drifts. Because every single decision that you make in your day creates a ripple effect. That ripple effect will either be a positive one taking your life in the right direction, or a negative one taking your life in the wrong direction. The right direction takes you towards a future you that's flourishing and thriving, but the wrong direction results in you feeling stuck. And feeling stuck can mean different things to different people. Maybe it's constantly feeling tired, or it's having trouble sleeping. Maybe it's not liking the reflection that you see in the mirror. Maybe it's the aches and pains that just won't go away, or lacking the energy to do the things you want to do in a day. Maybe it's living paycheck to paycheck, or never quite getting on top of your debt. Maybe it's struggling to budget or struggling to save, feeling like your earning potential is capped. It may mean knowing that you should invest for the future, but you never quite get round to taking any action. Being stuck can often be about what's missing on the inside as well. That might be a lack of purpose or low self-worth, stress, anxiety, strained relationships, feeling like you're just going through the motions, or even struggling to be present with the people that you care about. The truth is, whatever form stuck takes, it always feels heavy. It always slows you down. It clouds your decisions and it convinces you that change has to be too big or too overwhelming. But what I want you to know, and what this podcast is all about, is that you don't need a dramatic leap to escape feeling stuck. You just need to start redirecting your life journey by changing your ripple effects. And we can do this one daily win at a time. Because whether your ripple effects are currently working for you or against you, they will be invisible at first. And then they're barely noticeable after a few weeks. But as the months and then the years roll by, they become too big to ignore. And where you find yourself today is the result of your life journey thus far. You've been taken on that journey because of the ripples that you've created. And the ripples that you've created have been the result of the thousands of micro decisions you've made each day. And the decisions you've made each day, amongst other things, are the result of how well primed your body has been on those days, or as I refer to it, how well primed your vessel has been. Look after your vessel, and making good decisions is easy. Choosing the daily wins and creating the positive ripples is easy. But allow your vessel to build up rust, and you will find yourself more easily distracted by and more easily tempted by the bad daily decisions, the daily drifts. And I know what you might be thinking. Maybe you've tried to make changes before, but you started too big, or you focused on one specific area of your life whilst the others slipped away. Maybe you think change has to be this big, dramatic event, or you have to wait for the perfect time. Those are just some of the same false beliefs that I had to break for myself. Because the truth is, the smallest daily shifts, when stacked the right way, can change everything. And the beauty of the Big Daddy's Big Tip system is that you don't need to change everything. You just need to prime your vessel a bit better. Guard what goes into your body, prioritize how you move your body, and prioritize how you rest your body. And each tip you hear from me is part of that exact system, part of that journey that helps you prime your vessel so that you can shift from daily drifts to daily wins, from noise to clarity, from feeling stuck to feeling free. Because the BDBT movement is not just about saving money or getting fit. It's about creating a life that you can truly feel proud of, and by getting there, one small daily step at a time. Now imagine for me that you're walking around your home, the fridge humming away, the TV on standby, chargers left plugged in everywhere, maybe an old tumble dryer that's been running for years in the background. It feels normal, but behind the scenes, these devices are costing you money every single day. Today's tip is to use energy efficient devices at home. From LED light bulbs to A-rated appliances, tiny switches can add up to major savings, and the ripple effects can stretch way beyond just your energy bill. Most people don't realize just how much energy inefficiency is actually costing them. It's not just about the big appliances, like a fridge or a washing machine. It's also about the dozens of tiny habits and devices that are draining power. Old light bulbs, electronics left on standby, an inefficient kettle, or a gaming console idling in the background. I'll give you one personal example. A few years back, I switched all the light bulbs in my house to LED. At the time, I thought, these are just light bulbs. How much difference can that actually make? But when the energy bill starts coming in every month, you notice the difference. Not just once, but every single month from one relatively tiny change. So then I swapped out an old tumble dryer for a more efficient model. Cost a bit more up front, but it uses less than half the energy for every cycle. Out of that, you then add on another little habit like turning things off at the socket, and you're suddenly not just saving pennies, you're saving hundreds of pounds over the course of a year. Those are the kinds of ripples that can compound. At first, energy efficiency might not even seem linked to health benefits, but let's think about it. A quieter, cooler, less wasteful home will create less stress. Modern appliances often mean less noise pollution, less overheating, and even better air quality. For example, an efficient extractor fan can reduce damp and mold risks, which will directly impact your lungs and your immune system. Less stress and bills will result in lower cortisol levels, which is enormous for your long-term well-being. The wealth benefits are enormous, but they're powerful. These devices are like mini investments. Yes, they might cost a bit more upfront, but they pay you back month after month after month. Replacing an old fridge could easily save you over £100 a year. Switching to LED bulbs can easily cut your lighting costs by anywhere between half and 80%. Turning devices off at the socket can save you another chunk of money every single year. And that's just scratching the surface. If you don't believe me, think about your habits. Leaving the TV on standby, the router that runs 24/7 even when you're out at work, the old freezer maybe in a garage that's half empty but still guzzling energy. These are silent drains on your wallet, and swapping them out or switching them off puts that money straight back into your bank account. So don't be put off by the higher price tag up front of anything that's energy efficient. There's also a deep sense of satisfaction knowing that your home is running more efficiently. You feel more in control, you feel more responsible, you feel more aligned with values like sustainability. Many people also report a mental declutter effect. When the home runs smoother, when devices work better, when the bills are lower, there's less background noise in your head. And on top of that, you feel good about contributing to something bigger. Less wasted energy means less impact on the planet. And that's purpose-driven happiness. And here's the bigger picture. Energy efficiency builds momentum. The first time you swap out a bulb or unplug a charger, it will feel like nothing. But when you stack those wins, you start to see the bigger pattern. You're no longer someone who wastes energy. You're someone who chooses deliberately, who saves money, who looks after their environment, both the one you live in and the one you pass on to others. This is quiet transformation, not by cutting back or by depriving yourself, but by making smarter, cleaner choices that pay you back in multiple ways. And the best part, once you make the switch, the benefits keep rolling in automatically. No more extra effort required. So if you'd like to lock this habit in and see the impact it could actually have in your life, I'd recommend getting your free copy of my Big Daddy's Foundation Blueprint. Much more than just a tracker, it's a system that will show you how small daily habits, like using more energy efficient devices, stack up over time across your health, your wealth, and your happiness. You can use it to track your daily wins, you can use it to spot your daily drifts, and you can use it to watch your momentum build week by week. Because when you see it written down, when you measure the ripple, that is when it really starts to sink in. And that is when it becomes part of who you are. You can get your free copy from the link in my bio on Instagram, from my website, or from the show notes below this episode. So if today's tip has got you thinking in any way, please share it. Not just online, but with someone in your life who you think could benefit from it too. Because real change spreads when we pass it on, and your unique ripple effect may just be sparked when you have that conversation and share your new knowledge. Even better, try explaining the tip in your own words to someone that you know. Because if you can teach it, you are then far more likely to remember it. And if you'd like the full breakdown of this tip, with the extra examples, the bonus strategies, and a free, downloadable, dedicated guide to helping you actually implement it into your life, head over to Instagram, drop me the keyword in the show notes below this episode, and I will happily send you the free guide directly. Combine that with my foundation blueprint, and it will stand you in very good stead for ingraining this tip into your unique daily routine. So if this episode has sparked anything for you, come and hang out with me on Instagram and TikTok. You will find me every single day at Big Daddy's Big Tips, sharing simple, high-impact tips designed to boost your health, your wealth, and your happiness, one small daily win at a time. You will also find weekly bingo cards to keep you motivated. You'll find free downloads to dive deeper and make change easier. You'll find weekly go-lives that feel like a proper pep talk, as well as more honest chats just like this. Make sure you're following so you don't miss the next tip that could change everything. And if you've tried any of Big Daddy's Big Tips so far, I would love to hear from you. Send me a DM, tag me in your progress. This is just the beginning. I'd like you to know how proud I am of you, and I'd like you to know that you are not going on this journey alone. So if you need any help or are unsure in any way about implementing this tip or about the benefits that it can offer you, reach out and I'll be in touch to help. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. And please remember, your future does not change in one big leap. It changes in the next small step you take today. So why not start right now, get that vessel primed, create those positive ripple effects, and enjoy a truly life-changing journey, one small daily step at a time. I end each episode by asking you a question that you can answer in the comments below. And today's question is this: what's one small change you can make this week to save energy at home? Have a think about it and let me know what springs to mind in the comments below, because I would love to hear from you. Big love, Big Daddy.